Time, bring it in. Alright, I'm gonna say it real quick. So, step one here is that I can't be flat. If I'm flat, he's for sure gonna pass, right? I have zero mobility, so I can't be flat. Two, I have to have a shield, never crosses the center line of his body, and I have to have my frames. Now, even if I have my shield and my frames, I can't allow them to consume my hip space. If he consumes the hip space, I can no longer bring my bottom leg out. The more I try, the more I'm going to lose my shield and just lose everything else, end up flat again, right where we don't want to be. So, if he tries to consume the hip space, I have to use my hips and my shoulders to keep on moving. And I can keep them at bay, and I feel very comfortable in half guard if I can get into this position where they're not controlling the hip space. I have my shield and I'm controlling with my frames. This is a place I'm very comfortable and I can continue to control. Now, where this gets worrisome is if I'm really, and so the whole point of all of this is the fact that I don't want him to control my upper body, right? He's controlling my hips with one of my legs, and he gets up and he controls my upper body. Now, this is much harder to get out of. He has completely turned the tides of effectiveness, right? And of who has to use more energy. When I have good frames and a good shield, I can control distance. I can make him have to use more energy. Once he gets up and controls my shoulder line, now I'm going to have to use a lot of energy to get out of that position, preferably right away, but it completely changes the tide, right? So, keeping him from ever controlling the shoulder line is our goal. Boom. But we do this well, the next thing they're going to do is start trying to control low. If he just gets heavy on me, boom, I'm not too worried about it. I can usually make it back out. But anytime he finds a way to control the bottom leg, we're good at stopping with the leg, with his knee blocking us, but exactly, he can grab with the weave. Another thing that they might do is the lemon squeeze, where he just grabs both legs and hugs them, right? You can put pressure in, pop up tripod, boom, and walk around the legs, right? So there's a few different ways people will control this bottom leg. But the key is that if they go from trying to control up top and driving into you to trying to control your hips at any time, and they get this bottom leg where there's no possible way you're going to step to the hip, this is an extremely bad scenario. This is the first step of an almost guaranteed guard pass. So we have to immediately react by extending our shoulders as far away as possible and opening our elbow to get on top, to get up here and get some base. So we're at least maintaining the fact that we have our shoulders free because our hips are completely locked down at this point. Now at this point, boom, I can frame on that far shoulder and I can start retracting this bottom leg and getting it under me. And then he's going to be, and I'm hooking, right, with my foot on his ribs, and I'm framing. So when he tries to drive into me, I can keep him off. When I'm ready, I can step to the hip and replace my guard. So, if we're playing from a good spot, and he realizes we're doing very good defensively, they're going to resort to trying to control the legs in some way. Either this way or going for the weave. Do the weave this time. As soon as I see this, immediately I'm extending. Now, if he's got his pressure on me, I can't sit up and get this elbow underneath me. I'm opening the elbow so I don't have to sit up to get onto my elbow. Now I can open my hips and escape this. We're playing no-gi, so there wouldn't be a grip, but even if there was, go ahead. Even if there was, I just got to extend far enough away. Keeping this foot hooked onto his ribs, keeping the frame. He's going to be trying to grab my leg and take me back down, and I can sit back when I'm ready. Does this make sense, guys? Person on top, I just want you to go with that weave, go with the lemon squeeze, either way. But person on bottom, the second that they control that bottom leg, I want bells and whistles going off in your head and you're exploding up into that elbow, framing. From there, we can go through methodically and get back to our guard. On 2, 1, 2.